So it is iffy or 6-7, how we say 6-7. It is like that. If you don't know, at the point you have to just trust the equipment and stop being afraid, because fear is not delusion in our head, but from a point onwards, it is more than just fight or flight or our primitive brain trying to take care of us. It was raining on top of a mountain. I was high up at altitude, hoping that I would get great sleep. Didn't happen. At around 6 and a bit o'clock in the morning, I start hearing on the Magellina Airlander Plus raindrops. I was under a tree. When you are like this on top of a mountain, when thunderstorms are coming, is not safe at all. You have to descend as fast as you can. I got curious about that. I stay awake for a moment and then I say, okay, I should close the tent and just get out of here. I don't make it in time to close the tent that a huge thunderstorm starts coming. What I was hunching was becoming reality. I'm putting in its place the harness. I was checking, I was inspecting it to see if it is still in good conditions. I was checking and I've seen how it is getting old. Then I was thinking at a member to the channel. He's, I think, a Jet Set Lounge member, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, a trail explorer it might be. I met with him and he was pointing a couple of things and they all relate to worries about the gear. I was inspecting the harness and I see how it is getting old, and I'm thinking at my last climb where I was worrying as well about the gear. What I'm trying to say is, at the point you have to just trust the equipment. I was there hanging. I know that for 2 years I didn't climb. I know the effect on my body. I know I don't have the necessary force, strength, agility, elasticity and so forth. And I have to go through a process. I've tried D/E Via Ferrata, not necessarily that hard, but still I was going through elements. It wasn't difficult for me, but I was getting tired. I have a technique, I have some strength, but I don't have a stamina. I don't have the power to last the whole route, it appears, this type of routes. And it is what I'm working to recover after so long and everything I've gone through. I was there hanging on the resting system and I was thinking it is why it is good to always test your system before you start, to be able to trust it at least to a degree. Of course, at a point when you are there hanging and the elements are pushing you away from the wall and your strength gives up, you have to just accept that, which is to trust your equipment 100%. It is why it is best to check it. Like now, I'm checking it, I'm making sure to the best of my abilities that is in good conditions. It is a bit dirty. I will try to clean it up with what I have and then it will have to be washed eventually. You have to check it, you have to make sure it is in good conditions, and then before you start climbing, when you gear up, properly test it. Make sure it is properly tested on you, the whole safety system, because when you need to sit and rest or when you need for it to catch you, that's that. There is nothing else you can do there. Your body will no longer be able to help you. You will no longer be able to rely on your grip, on your hands, on your legs. I had, for example, the right knee. I was squeezing it to push up and it just gave up. Okay, so I'm old. It's not necessarily about the left knee, it is about me being old. Okay, but I lost equilibrium. Then at a point I installed the Ferrata.Bloc. I have it here, I have to put it in its place as well. The Ferrata.Bloc snapped. This is one of the weaknesses of it. It is a great device. It's not a safety device, it is an aiding device. I was thinking, if you rely on it and it snaps, then that one is a definite Via Ferrata fault because it snapped, no? And I was thinking at that. What I'm trying again to say is, at a point you have to just trust the equipment. There is nothing you can do. Just accept that's that. You either start climbing or you don't climb at all, period. Then the equipment, you have to properly test it, properly check it, make sure it is properly maintained, make sure everything is in place, it is properly connected to your body, because when you are out there and these exceptional things are happening, there is no force, indifferent of your will, there is no force, no time to react or to do something about it. The safety system is the only one that catches you. Where this leaves us with regards to the worries of a user, because you're saying, yes, but I still worry, I'm still preoccupied. Yes, that one is in your head. There is, at the end of the day, as much as one can do. You, the manufacturers, the industry itself. This is it. The harness, the Via Ferrata Set, this is it. Because I myself, I'm worried about the swivel of this Via Ferrata Set. I'm always asking myself, will this hold me if I drop? I don't know. To me, with these balls here, looks shady. I'm confident they tested it. I know many times companies do their best, but it can happen that, well, the items just fail. So it is iffy or 6-7, how they say, 6-7? It is like that. Iffy, you don't know if it will work or not, or if you are the lucky one to test it for real and realize, oh, it has faults, and then they recall the whole line. It is the risk of activity. It's not the companies. Again, we humans try to do our best. They do the research, they do the testing, they try to do the best to make sure they protect us. And there is that invisible hand, that invisible trust that it is built in society, because at a point you have to trust. You have to trust the brand that they did a good job. You have to trust the equipment that it will do a good job. You have to trust yourself that you'll do the best you can. And any one of them in this chain can fail through various reasons. But it is okay. Again, it is life. At a point you have to just accept. You stay at home and do nothing, there on the couch, glued to the TV, and fear the outdoors, and then probably die younger and stupid. Or you take a risk. You get up the couch, out the door, here into the outdoors. It's not easy. I have a sleep deficit. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I didn't do anything from what I wanted. Nothing. I'm still dealing with a knee issue. Now I'm waiting for the second knee brace to come. I thought I'm buying two, but no, it was only one. I realized that. Then I procrastinated. Then I have to now stay in a single place here in Italy. So I'm depending on how I move on the map. Well, I didn't know exactly where I'm going. The weather is unpredictable. I decided to just sit here, hoping that I will rest. That didn't happen. I couldn't rest properly. At least I had some internet. I uploaded everything that I edited so far. I'm far behind with editing. I've edited a bit. This is life. You have to choose. Will you take a leap into nowhere, there, up the couch, out the door, into the outdoors, or you stay at home? I'm 46 in a couple of weeks. I always wanted a family. I always wanted a biological child. I always wanted to be a dad. I never wanted to just have a kid. I wanted to have a family. Hence, I didn't just did the kid. I procrastinated on that, or I was very serious and precise about it when it came to getting into relationships. Hence, here I am, still trying to do that. What I'm trying to say with this is I can stay at home, cry about it, and do nothing. I can get out where it is obviously stupid, or I can just venture into the most unknown possible, which I'm doing. You never know what happens, right? At least I'm trying to take care of myself now, mentally and physically, to fix my body, fix my brain, fix my mind, my vision, my aim in life, lose weight because I gained a lot. Probably I'm getting old, probably is my body, probably something happens, I don't know what. It is what it is life. What I realized for the past 4 years is when life is very hard, your body gets out of balance, and then you start having random things. Might appear to be a cold, it's not a cold, it's because that other 100 things that you've been subjected to, and your body now can no longer regulate itself. So, at the point, you have to just trust the equipment and stop being afraid, because fear is not delusion in our head, but from a point onwards, it is more than just fight or flight or our primitive brain trying to take care of us. It is us thinking too much and not understanding the obvious. This is the most that can be done. Yes, it is extreme, it is dangerous. Yes, you might hear about me in the news, but there is the alternative, and I've lived that for 4 years now, and it kills you faster. You have to decide in life. This is my decision. I know many laugh. I'm confident if I will become famous through a channel with many subscribers, large audience, and so forth, I'm confident many will come and say, oh, that nobody that sleeps into the car and so forth, because I see others laughing about others that they sleep into their cars. They do well, because instead of staying home, instead of doing what others do, they are who they are, and that one makes them be healthy. One of the most important treasures we get born with, if we are lucky, is health. and we don't know how to respect and appreciate that. Then is freedom to exist on this planet, and the privilege of doing that. Again, exploring life like this, exploring cultures, societies, civilizations, places, experiences. It is great. Unfortunately, I don't have a family to enjoy that with them, and of course to have opportunity to pass that forward. I have you. Thank you for watching.